Hello lovely people, welcome to the video. My name's Athena. I'm a writer working on my second project, was homeschooling my two girls and be with them 24/7. My tongue just kind of... So, one project is in the query trenches, as we know, my fantasy romance, and I am currently working on a project that just popped up and demanded to be written. So, with that being said, I also feel like I'm getting sick. So, I started a vlog yesterday and it was terrible. So we're starting again today. It is Thursday the 14th of May. I am well into this zero draft, but I also feel like I'm getting sick, as I mentioned. My youngest is sick. She has like a cold happening over the past couple of days. And yesterday I think was kind of like her worst day. Today she's 50-50. My eldest looks like she's gonna head that way too. And now I'm kind of feeling away. So my head is not 100% clear, but that is what it is. We have to tackle the writing. I have been writing every day and I feel like that momentum needs to keep going. Even if it's like 100 words, like even if it's the bare minimum, I still want to write every day. With that being said, I sat down yesterday after having I was really procrastinating yesterday sitting down to write. And that was because I had like a whole bunch of other things to do, like home admin stuff, like budgeting, bill paying, all that kind of thing. And I didn't sit down until 12:30, at which point I sat down thinking, I'm gonna squeeze in a small writing session. Okay, just squeeze it in. I got 2,700 words yesterday. There was a unicorn hour of time where no one called me. The girls were playing happily. Everything was perfect. I was not needed. And I just lost track of time. I just fell into the story and I'm at 2,700 words. I can't even. So the manuscript itself, my zero draft, is sitting at 14,300 words. I am in the fun and games section. In the fun and games section, we are definitely second chance romance, but there's a magical twist to it. It's a really funny thing because on one person's side, this is a first time kind of meeting kind of situation, but there's something about it. And then on the other hand, it's actually like second chance, but also thinking, why are you back? Like what's happening? So it's interesting. It's interesting writing because it's not just your standard second chance romance where someone's back and we both know what's happening and it's, you know, it's just a matter of them coming together for whatever reason. I'm actually really having fun with this. I'm having fun with it. I am going to, it is currently 11 o'clock, just past 11 o'clock on the, did I mention it's the 14th of May today? It's Thursday. It is almost a week since I've started writing and I am already for 14,000. I think, so I have the goal of 50,000 words, right? 50,000 words in Scrivener. It's just the goal I kind of set because I like seeing the little bar fill in as I move along. It could come out less than 50,000 words. It could come out more. Ideally, I don't want it coming out more than 50,000 at the zero draft stage because I already know there's a lot that I'm going to be filling in the previous scenes. Like up to this, like this 14,000 now is definitely going to be filled in. So my goal is to keep it tops 50,000. So on average hitting the midpoint somewhere around the 20-25k words mark. But we'll see. We shall see. Anyway, something is happening. Yes. So yeah. Now I do have, what time is it? It's 11:15. I think I'm going to give myself a 30-minute writing sprint. I'm gonna give that to me. I don't know if everyone else will. And then I'm gonna go and get lunch and whatnot, kind of going, cooking, all that kind of thing happening. And then I'll see what, you know, because I know that at 12:30, my mom's gonna pop in for a little bit, like not even like 10 minutes, but it's still gonna be like a kind of disruption kind of thing. So yes, that's what I'm gonna do. 30-minute writing. We are at 14,000 words of the speculative romance, second chance, magic, just, yeah, okay. So and fun fact just for anyone kind of, you know, with all the fun little things, the way my Scrivener has been set up and the way I'm just kind of writing with the flow, I am on chapter 13 right now. Chapter 13, I do like my chapters short. Some of these chapters though are not too bad. It depends on how much I kind of go for it, really. No, they're not too long. I don't think I have any chapter that's over 2,000 words, do I? Just having a general look. Oh, I do have one that's barely over, like 2,100. And that's this one here, because it's like the longest. It was the longest. It just kind of went and went and went. Okay, I am going to do, because I'm literally procrastinating right now. It is 11:15. I'm going to go until 11:45 and see how many words I get in. I am at a point where I have the tiniest pull to kind of fix something in the previous scene and then keep going. But the point of the zero draft is you just keep going and you make changes as it flows, and then you're able to kind of fix it in the first draft. That is the point of the zero draft. Zero draft is just me telling myself the story and letting it go, okay? So I'm just going to jump in and see if I can convince my brain to keep going and not go back. Because if I start going back now, then that's gonna start really, really bad. Yeah, we're not doing that. It is a zero draft. We're just going through with it. I also have a small, tiny inkling in the back of my head that I want to finish the zero draft by the end of May. No hard rules, no hard like deadlines or whatnot, really. I just feel like that's a good time to finish the zero draft. So then like June, July, August, I can kind of work on the first draft. It just feels right in my brain. But my plans never really work out. So. With that being said, I'm just going to follow the momentum. It has almost been a week of me working on this speculative romance, and it is flowing spectacularly. Hence the speculative. It's a spectacular speculative. I'm losing the plot. I'm getting into writing. I'll see you guys in half an hour. Okay, so it is 12:50. So technically an hour since I last updated you guys. I was supposed to do. See, this is the reality of writing in this. I was supposed to do a writing sprint from 11:15 to 11:45 and then go and start cooking and all the whatnot. I was interrupted multiple times and I ended up really sitting down to write at 11:40. It is what it is. That is fine, because then I've just been pulled into the story. I started doing a little bit of writing at 11:15, so maybe I got 5 minutes in at that point, and then it is now 12:15, so I got 35 minutes technically. In 35 minutes, I have written 1,500 words. The cars are banging outside. So yeah, I mean, it's flowing. I'm not 100% sure about the scene, but it is getting where it has, like it's getting me where I have to go. It's kind of, you know, closing the gap between the previous one and this one, and then it is a zero draft. It will be fixed. So I need to refocus on the fact that, as I said before, it is a zero draft. We write, we move on, we fix later, okay? There's nothing to fix about the zero draft other than figuring out the story, and then I can do my first draft, okay? Okay, so I'm really happy with that. 1,500 words. The draft is sitting at 15,800 words, which is insane to think of. I think, I don't want to someone's here. Okay, so I interrupted the clip. I do not remember what I was even saying. Because my mum was supposed to come at 12:30, she arrived earlier. That is fine. So, long story short, recap of whatever I was talking about. I got 1,500 words in. I am hoping to, I was about to say I was hoping I was heading towards the midpoint. That maybe in the next 5,000 words, maybe I can keep the zero draft closer to the 40,000 word mark, simply so that I then have the freedom to really go in and, you know, add all the things that I want to add without feeling, you know, in the first draft. But it is what it is. Either way, I'm not going to overthink it. Writing and moving on. That is what the zero draft is about. We are definitely heading into, we are in the fun and games section. We are about to really jump into a cute scene at this point, I think. So I'm going to leave it at that and go do what I have to do and then come back to it and kind of, you know, because if I get into this scene, I feel like I'm probably going to end up here for like the next hour without, yeah. So I'm gonna go do the things and come back and get some writing done and hopefully update you guys before the day is over. I might not. You guys know how it goes. It is Thursday. You might see me again on Friday. We shall see how it goes. But at this point, as I stand, I'm at 15,840 words in the manuscript and 1,500 words written for the day. So I'm definitely surpassing that 1,000 mark that I've put. Just, yeah. Okay, so it is 2:24, and because my husband has a tendency of calling me before, I expect him to, like, so he usually finishes at 3, he might call me at like 2:50, 2:45, 2:30. I'd rather end the day here and continue tomorrow rather than not ended at all, you know what I mean? So update so far, I'm probably gonna, like, maybe I might squeeze in another 10-20 minutes of writing. Maybe not. I might just give myself a break. I have officially hit 2,889 words for today. I'm just like, I am really, really enjoying writing this story. It's just flowing and moving and forming, and ideas are forming as I'm writing it, and sometimes the ideas kind of cancel out the previous part kind of, but it kind of molds in. It's the zero draft where when you go back to read it, half of it is like a jumbled mess, but you know where the story is going. You know how to set it up so that you can rewrite draft one and it'll actually make sense. Like, it's just so, I love it. I'm really, yeah. So I'm officially about to start chapter 14. I finished chapter 13. I have no idea if my chapters are going to stay the way they are. Let's be very clear about that. That's a whole other ball game. But as of right now, zero draft chapters. Let's just put it that way. We are in the heart of the fun and games, heading for the midpoint, heading for, I'm probably gonna do, I think a couple more, yeah, like a couple more little things are gonna happen in the fun and games section before we finally hit the midpoint, and then things are gonna start rolling in. Oh my gosh, okay, see this, I'm so excited. Yeah, okay. So, excitement galore over here. I'm losing the plot. The sun is doing weird things and changing the lighting. I apologize for that. I'm also contemplating getting like one of those little mics that make the sound better, because my sound, I feel, is just terrible. Anyway, I'll think about that. Moving on, as I said, for the day, I'm just shy of 3,000. I might do a little bit more writing and see if I can end the day at 3K, which would be insane, but okay. And yeah. It's fun. It's all awesome and fun. And I already know where I want a scene that's then gonna, I love it. It's so, the story just flows. The story is just moving and doing its own thing. And yeah, the magical element is, blending. And I created foreshadowing for something I didn't even know I was gonna do. And now I know I'm gonna do it, and it's just insane, by the way. It's fun. It's fun. All the second chance romancy stuff are happening. I am just excited. I also do think I do need to start reading up on a few more like contemporary romances, just to kind of get me more into that headspace of like the different things, different tropes, that kind of thing. It helps. I do believe that when I'm writing something, I do like to read a lot in that specific category, specific genre, whatnot. Not in a kind of, you're not copying, you're kind of, inspiration strikes in the weirdest of ways, Because I read a book the other day with a scene in a lake where the two main characters found themselves swimming together in the lake, and it's a really, my gosh, scene. And I have a scene with them in the lake, but my scene is very, very, like, so drastically different. You probably wouldn't even categorize them in the same, but it's still the idea of like where they come together and how this situation and this location affects the interaction based on the story and based on what, it's just, yeah, okay. Anyway, so more reading to be done, more writing. I might do a little bit more writing. I do need to go check on those girls because something fell down. They usually call me if anything happens. I'll double check. And I'll probably see you guys tomorrow now in the immediate next clip, because you know how that goes. Okay, so it is Friday the 15th of May. It is currently 1 o'clock. Agiliki, for the love of God. It is 1 o'clock and I need a reason to start writing, because it's not, the thing with writing, I think, is that people don't realize that sometimes you really need to find a reason to sit down and start writing. Once I start writing, I know I will be able to keep writing. It's just a matter of sometimes I need that extra little push to start writing for the day. Anyway, I've done a whole bunch of other things today I had to do, so it's just, So I'm gonna jump in now and start writing, even if it's just 100 words and I have to get up and go like serve lunch and whatnot. I just want to start. Okay, I need to start. That's the whole. So the manuscript is currently sitting at, did I update you guys on how much I wrote yesterday? I don't remember. Just in case I haven't, I'm gonna do that. I ended yesterday with 3,600 words. Okay, these numbers are not real. They're not real. I don't know how I don't know. It's not, I know that I will hit a snag at some point. Like I'll hit a point where it's just a scene won't be working, or I'll still need to figure out some things before I can move on, and I'll write like a little bit and then I'll, I know that will happen. And that these 2-3K days are not, but while they last, I'm enjoying them and I'm happy about them. So the manuscript is currently sitting at 17,969 words, so just shy of 18,000 words, which is insane. And I believe we're gonna be doing a good scene, fun little scene now, and then we're probably gonna be slipping into the midpoint, I would say, at this point. I think so. We shall see. Anyway, I'm letting it kind of do its thing, as we know. So I am going to start doing a little bit of writing, and then I'm probably gonna go serve some lunch for the girls and come back and get some more writing done. Hubby is working late today, so I'm probably gonna take advantage of that. You would think I would have managed to get some writing done in the morning and had extra time now instead of this being my, anyway. Let's get writing, because if I don't start now, I don't know what okay. Hello? Hello? Scammers, as always. He broke my, he broke my kind of line of,
What's it like to be the one that he turns to when he's out of answers? What's it like to be the one that he...
Okay, so quick mini update. I went and girls are having lunch. I nibbled something. I don't really like eating without my husband. I'm very weird. Anyway, he's coming home late, so we're gonna be having like very late lunch, early dinner, just dinner. Anyway, quick update. So what you saw before was me getting 198 words down. A spammer kind of thingy called me and threw me off for a little bit there, but I figured it out. And now, fun fact, I wrote those 198 words and kind of got the idea of where I was going, and then I went into the kitchen, did what I had to do, and I actually have figured out where most of this is going, like how this scene is going to link into the midpoint and whatnot. So he's also working tomorrow, Saturday, so this vlog is definitely going to go into tomorrow as well. Where are we going to end this week? I don't know. I'm excited for how much I will have done, because today technically is officially 1 week of me working on this project, and we're at 18,000 words in a week. I'm very, very pleased with myself about that. Okay, I'm gonna get to writing. I have gone ever so slightly cross-eyed right now. So, it is 4:25. I have been writing on and off over the past few hours. As I said, hubby's later today, so back and forth with the girls. They're pretty much both sick at this point, so is what it is. I'm constantly back and forth. I have not slept well, so I'm surprised that I'm even. I am sitting right now at, how many words have I written? 1,830 words total. I think it's a testament to the fact that I am tired. Plus I started writing at 1:30. So technically, if I had actually done anything in the morning, probably would be better than that. But that's fine. It's not even, and I'm not done yet. I'm just feeling a little bit kind of tired, so I'm gonna kind of get up, walk around a bit without someone needing something for 2 seconds, and then come back. My manuscript itself is sitting at 19,800 words, and I want at the very least, for today, I want to hit the 2K words for the day as well as that 20,000 word mark. We are pretty much at the midpoint at this stage. We're gonna have like the midpoint of a love, as it's called in the romance, the beats sheets. So technically, this is when they're gonna have like their first kiss again, technically, again, because it's second chance, like you know how it's, okay? So it's first kiss kind of thing, and then it's also the moment where she's gonna realize the magical twist kind of thing, that there's something happening here and that this is what's happening, and that's gonna then start a bit of a ticking clock situation for the second half of the book, as well as his insecurities and his kind of worries and concerns that he already had initially throughout this entire thing are gonna really start coming out. Her family's gonna come back into the picture and start, yeah. A lot of things are gonna pick up after this point, because it's like before that, it's just them. And the timeline is quite small at this point, the way it's looking, like it's really small. I might stretch it out a little bit more when I kind of go back into the first draft, but that's fine. For right now, it doesn't really matter. I'm not really focused too much on the exact specific, times and, it's in 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, whatever. And in all reality, that doesn't really matter, because memories and hearts and stuff, they don't change. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna go for a little stroll around my house. Maybe not outside, we shall see. And then I'm gonna come and see if I can at the very least, hit that 20K and finish the scene, which is just so cute. Okay, the light is getting terrible, so I'm gonna do a quick update for today, and then we will pick this up again tomorrow. So it is just past 5 o'clock, and definitely something's not sounding good in here. I have hit a total of 2,411 words today. We are over the 20,000 word mark in the manuscript as a whole, and we are at the midpoint. Like, we have hit the midpoint, which is perfectly fine. I'm happy for it to be 40,000 words, because I already know I'm gonna be chubbying it up a lot. So I'm happy with that. I am at a point now where I know what is going to happen. I know where we're headed. I just need to decide at which point I'm gonna put the specific little detail that I want to put now. Like, do I do it now and then kind of continue all the details with the ticking time and all that fun stuff? Or do I first introduce the family issues coming back and then the ticking time bomb in regards to the magic part? I think I've reached the point where I need to stop for the day and give my brain a break to kind of think about things and, in the background, kind of mull over things and figure out which direction we're gonna go. But all in all, we have hit the midpoint. I know where we are going. We are now going into where things are gonna get a bit hard, a lot hard actually. And yeah, I already have the funniest thing with the zero draft is I already have so many ideas. I know what I'm gonna go back and fix. I know what I'm gonna go back and kind of fill in and add, and the things that I want to add in order to make it flow nicely, because right now it's there's some leaps where connecting tissue is needed and whatnot. I'll let you guys go for tonight and see you in a few seconds for you guys, but tomorrow for me. So yay. So it is, what time is it? It is 11:30 on Saturday. Yes, I'm wearing the same jumper as yesterday. I did not sleep all night. So I'm not gonna go through my clothing and just figure, yeah, this is, okay. So I am the mom life, ADHD life, and I'm too tired to care right now. So with that being said, I have messages coming through nonstop. It is 11:39, specifically on Saturday morning. I have done a whole bunch of other things, and now I get to do some writing just when the tiredness kicks in. But we shall persevere, okay? Because this is the reality of writing and trying to write a book when you are a mom and you have other responsibilities as well. And yeah, both girls were sick, so all night long they just kept kind of, even when they were sleeping, they kept kind of mumbling in their sleep, which then meant I was just constantly awake even when they were sleeping. Anyway, so manuscript yesterday, because I know you guys know that I did a bit more writing after I ended yesterday's clip, because I am me, and you know. So ended yesterday with 3,032 words. I am insane. I actually did that, and then I literally wrote an extra word to get it. It's 21,001 words total, the manuscript itself. 21,000 words and 1 word. So I'm just looking at my page here. Okay, so 21,000 words into the manuscript, into my 0 draft, and we are hitting what I consider the midpoint. It is the midpoint because everything is about to flip. The magic twist is about to be revealed, to pop into place. I have to say, at this point, I'm writing it the way I'm writing it, and I could technically, this is what happens. I'm already thinking of the first draft, which I shouldn't do. And once I start writing, I don't. But you can't help but kind of think of the changes and the things you're gonna do once you're in the first draft, because the 0 draft is me just piling stuff in there. I can already see how I could possibly start the story a bit later than what I already did and make the midpoint the reveal. I could make it literally look like he's abandoned in the hospital and he doesn't know why, and then she's, like, I can make it look like she left him and he doesn't know why, but at the same time she's just kind of living her life, and it's like, you know, or she comes back, because there's a lot of things that I could do. But then anyway, we are moving on, because this part isn't going to change. It's just a matter of where the story's going to start. So it's kind of like the advice you hear where a lot of people are like, you wrote the story, remove the first 3 chapters and start from there and see if the story actually makes sense starting from like the 3rd chapter or something. That's where your story starts. That's kind of what this feels like. So we'll see. It might be, it might not. Who knows? By the time I'm done with it, because I have ideas. My batteries for my camera have been dying on me lately. Unless I've just been filming more. I might be filming more. Anyway, that's flashing, so I'm just gonna quickly go through. So the plan today is I am tackling what is the ultimate midpoint reveal right now. Like, it's a twist. We're starting a ticking clock at this point. We're starting more revealing, more like things are happening. Yes! You done?
Did you get that?
I did, yes. Naturally, the interruptions. So yeah. So I'm gonna jump in and get some writing done. It is 11:43 right now. I'm probably gonna go, I mean, honestly, I say I'll go for like half an hour, and then I end up like looking up and it's like an hour later if the girls don't interrupt me. So, yeah, I'm just gonna get some writing done and see how we go, I guess. Because hubby might call me, the girls might want something. It is what it is. So yeah, I need to change the battery as well. So I will see you once I'm done some writing and the battery has been changed and all the fun stuff.
You had me at a low, 'cause where you go is where I go. I don't need nobody else. I got you, and you got me too.
Yes, Bobby?
Have you seen my hammer?
Yes, it's in the heart bin on the bottom shelf. If you open it, like the one that's full of all the little things, it's in there. Do you want me to come help you?
What's it like to be the one that he turns to when he's out of answers? What
who would have thought that it is now 10 past 1. So I started writing at 11:45, saying I was probably going to go until 12:15. So it's been over an hour at this point, an hour and a half almost. I did have multiple interruptions. I had a phone call. I had to get up multiple times with the girls. So yeah, technically it's been an hour of writing, but technically it hasn't. I have hit 1,250 words right now. I have written a scene that's just, there's a lot more that's going to go into it, like in the next drafts, but it's there and it's, yes. So that is that. And now I'm going to move into, I've set, so I've kind of started a ticking clock. I just realized I set the ticking clock, but I don't think I set exactly, but see, time, yeah, so I started a bit of a ticking clock, like the running out of time kind of thing. At the midpoint, I don't have, as I said, timelines aren't very clear yet. I don't need them to be clear in the 0 draft. That will be clarified in the 1st draft, and maybe even past that, depending on how the story kind of forms. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm setting up a new chapter folder, which has gone to the wrong place as it always does. So new chapter, we're going to move into more fun stuff. So, yes, what's wrong? I'm gonna come now and make eggs, yeah? You hungry? All right, it takes literally 5 minutes, so go sit down, I'm coming. Okay, so I'm gonna go make lunch and then come back and see how much writing I get done. I am quite happy with the 1,200 words for a Saturday. That's pretty cool, pretty good. But yeah, there's more to happen, there's more to do. I'm gonna go get lunch going and then get back to writing. Okay, it is 3:30 and I think I'm gonna end the vlog here. I was tempted to just kind of let it go and finish it on Monday and do like, what did I do on the weekend kind of thing, but I guess I could still do that little update and then start a new vlog on Monday and just update you guys on Sunday. I don't know. Anyway, I feel like 3 days is enough. I'm gonna end up with just way too much blabbering for no reason. So it is 3:30. I got in another 1,000 words, I think. Let me just have a look. So 2,217, so just under 1,000 words. 2,217 words a Saturday. And hubby's just caught. Wow, my timing is spectacular. I think hubby is done, which means I'm gonna end the video here. We are sitting at 23,200 words, which is insane. Yeah, I don't even. I'm excited. 1 weekend and this is crazy. 23,000 words. Anyway, I need to answer this. I will see you guys in the next one. We're just gonna keep writing and get through the 0 draft and see where the story takes us.